Go.
Hello everyone, I'm Feeso, and I'm with the Music Man, and we are doing commentary for a match for OSC6. This is Robdog versus Tenchin. Round 1 started with Tenchin playing a monster and a face down, and Robdog with a defensive card and a spell card.
But with the card Spell Absorption by Robdog1, we could see that this is possibly a banish deck. And this could be interesting to see this Dark Archetype play against it. We have,
Indeed.
That's a block. That's a real cock block right there.
Aroma. So is this an aroma deck?
No, I think this is just a really good way to stall until you get the cards you need. Although
I suppose Aroma Jar is a good card to splash it around.
Can't be destroyed by battle after it's attacked once. So it's
Banisher of the Radiance. Looks like you're right about this being a banishing deck.
But it looks like TenchinX is ready for it. Imperial Iron Wall.
Imperial Iron Wall of all the cards Tenchin had. It's Imperial Iron Wall.
But not only that, in his opening hand on the first match.
It's almost like Tenchin has gone to the future and found out that he's facing a banished deck and came back in time with this card set.
Well, to be fair, Robdog, this is one of his best decks, and it would be really stupid not to have this, not to be ready for anything. Another Street Patrol is used, and it's to cancel out Garden of the Radiance. And
The thing is, Imperial Iron Wall, if you're not facing a banished deck, it's kind of useless.
Very true. Since it also limits yourself. Just like...
I mean, like, you can stop people from summoning VLS, which would be good against me, I guess, but for the most part, like, I think of Imperial Iron Wall as a card which you want to keep in your side deck.
Yeah. You can typically...
But this card
You can typically see it in anyone's side deck for game... or probably in someone's deck for main 2, but game 1, TenchinX, good for him.
You want to explain what Soul Absorption does?
Soul Absorption is a very good continuous spell card that for each time a card is removed from play, it increases your life points by 500. So when you have cards like Pot of Desires or Chaos Zone that will continually be building counters every time a card is banished, you can be in a very good spot. Especially with banished cards like Necroface, Goat Sarcophagus. Anything can really happen.
Snipe Hunter. Nice. So Snipe Hunter's got lots of chance with it, but it's quite useful.
It's actually one of
And Scapegoat, you can summon as many dark tokens as possible, and they can be sacrificed, so they're very useful.
Yeah, it actually trumps Scapegoat in many ways. And we have Dark Magician of Chaos.
My favorite monster.
Solemn Warning. Another favorite card of mine.
However, do you know what's interesting about this?
What?
Imperial Iron Wall has made it so that Dark Magician of Chaos isn't getting banished by its own effect. So that means that Robelisk has the chance to revive Dark Magician of Chaos, which is not something which you usually are able to do in a duel.
Yes, very true. Unless you're ready for it, and you have a card like Escape from the Dark Dimension. But now, because of Imperial Iron Wall, that card is also useless. Snipe Hunter will use its effect. He will destroy Romajar. And looks like Snipe Hunter will go on the offense.
MST or something to get rid of that Iron Wall.
Hey, it'll be one of the cards Robdog will have to consider during Game 2. Banisher of the Light. That's another good defense card. I personally prefer Banisher of the Light over Guardian of the Radiance, just because of his stronger defense stature. But with
we've got Caius, the Shadow Monarch.
And he's going to banish Soul Absorption. But he can't.
Why? You can't do anything at the moment.
Yeah, well...
And you can't banish anything anyway because of Caius' effect.
Well, regardless, it's the stronger card.
I mean, because of the pure element.
Yep. But now the big thing Tenchin has to worry about is, although he has a strong monster and Imperial Iron Wall, that can change in one turn quickly. Card of Demise. That will give him an extra card, but he'll have to send his whole hand to the graveyard later.
God, this card in the anime is so broken. You can draw like 6 cards.
Yep.
And if you don't use them,
I think we just found the way out. There we go. Robdog
Wait, how
found
does
him.
that? It just banished 10. Oh, wait, Jinzo, right?
Yep. With the summoning of Jinzo, he's able to negate Imperial Iron Wall temporarily, and he just gained a good amount of cards. And he had to banish Chaos Sorcerer and Banisher of the Radiance.
And of course, his life points went up immensely.
Yep. And we have a
He's
double
crashing
knockout.
Jinzo.
We have a double knockout.
So Wool is back in play.
Yep. Paw duality now.
And now we've got a...
Ooh, but the damage has been done.
Yep, because there's 10 cards in... Oh my goodness, 4,000 attack points.
Grand Magic de Isa. But let's see if Tension's ready.
Yikes. So, that pot of duality just won Robolisk that.
Yep. And that's why it's the...
Well, not the Mac.
That's why That's why it's the preferred card for old school duelists. Now, this is siding now.
Now we are in fighting.
Yep. Now, what do you think TenchinX needs to do in order to win this duel against Robdog? What else should he side? Or what would be...
Well, obviously, anti-banishing cards would be ideal. Really, you want to get over his immense use of spell and trap cards as well. And also, you want to have cards that can destroy some of his more stally cards, like the cards that can't be destroyed by battle. So really, he should be looking to slide in just cards like that.
I dig that.
I think Nobleman of Crossout might be a good shout, because I saw Robolisk playing some set cards earlier.
Interesting. And we'll start the duel with TenchinX is the first duel starting. Dark World Dealings. And discard Street Patrol. And Robdog will banish Fairy Tale Snow. Actually, that's a pretty good card to have in a banish deck, since you can banish 7 other cards and you can special summon it. Robdog with 1 card face down. Pot of Desires. To draw 2. The game is still at 8,000.
And he's played Soul Absorption.
That is a very good sign for Robdog. If he is not careful, 16,000 is all from TenchinX. If TenchinX is not careful, Robdog may win the match. Let's see what TenchinX does now. 5 cards in his hand, he has to play at least something.
Nice from field, though.
Mystical Space Typhoon. MST. And he'll take out Soul Absorption.
Looks like Tenchin's carefully considering his next move. Snipe Hunter, so he's going to use the effect.
Yep.
And we'll see what he'll roll. It's a 3.
He banished the calculator.
So that means that Robolisk's monster is destroyed.
Yep. And he'll direct attack. Hopefully it'll be enough. Dimensional Prison. Not the best card to be up against. Only few cards can counter that. Robdog sets a monster. End phase. TenchinX draws. Now I'm thinking that card could be Banisher of the Light. I can't think of any other monster that he would have face down.
You see, this is I would have sided in Nobleman of Crossout, because Robolisk has been setting a lot of cards, and Nobleman's just such a good card for set cards.
Oh, and it's a Scapegoat instead. The question is, with all the cards that banish, there's not a lot of strong cards in his deck. And I can only think of one. And here we go.
Jinzo.
Jinzo's going to shut out. Might just shut out this competition. He'll Psychic Shock at direct attack. 2,400. TenchinX has lost half his life points, while Robdog is still at 8,000.
Tenchin must be feeling a lot of tension.
Haha. That's funny, because it looks like he's going to be sent to the dogs. Or maybe just one dog. Okay, I'm bad at this. Tributes 2 tokens.
Dark Magician of Chaos.
This might be just be endgame.
And that's good game.
That's the end of the match for TenchinX. He put up
that was quite a good game.
Yeah, TenchinX had good resistant cards in his deck, but the deck just didn't give him what he needed. When I first saw the Imperial Iron Wall, I thought TenchinX, I thought he could really give this Banisher deck a good run for the money, or might even win.
Indeed, I thought that Tenchin foresaw everything which Robolisk was going to do, and he was one step ahead when I saw the Iron Wall.
Yeah.
But it's like Robolisk was able to turn it around.
Yeah, he had the right cards at the right time, and the victory will go to Robdog1. Another Obelisk will send. TenchinX was the Raw, Robolisk was the Obelisk, and now we'll have to wait till the next tourney. The next tourney duel to figure it out.
Although bear in mind, Mythic is a Ra, and he was able to defeat Deathstorm, so Ra's aren't out of the running yet.
No,
they're still.
That's very true, and these are the kinds of tournaments where we can really see who outshines other people. Who can face up against our next piece of competition.
Or
actually, I have one more question for you. The winner of this game will face the winner of a Slifer face-off and Talk. If Talk goes to the next round, what do you think Robdog would need to do in order to beat Talk?
Talk?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, let's assume Slifer doesn't knock Talk out.
That's very true. That can happen too. And those have happened.
Talk has so many different decks that it's kind of hard to. I think he's just got to go with a very strong generic kind of deck that can adapt to different situations. And he needs to have a very powerful side deck to counter whatever has. So maybe he'll be taking a defeat in round 1, but he could probably turn it around after siding. So I definitely think that's the kind of thing which you really need to know about to get over an admin.
I dig that. And I think we are going to sign off right now. I'd like to thank Feeso for joining me in this commentation. And it's always a blast.
Anytime.
It's always a blast. I am the PA Music Man.
I'm Feeso.
And we will see you soon. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.